Hey, what's going on, everyone? Back with some knife content. It's been a while since I have showed my face, but just kind of wanted to give you all an update. What I've been up to. Honestly, I've recently gotten rid of a lot of Chris Reeves that I thought that I was gonna hold on to, and if you're pressed for time, whatever, the main kind of issue, not even an issue, but one of the things that I see though is like, if you have one knife that's running on washers, certainly bearings, like, all day, they're gonna be the same. They're gonna be, I don't know. I don't like them as much. I like to be able to like break in the knives that I carry. They kind of make you work for it. But when you're running knives on washers, like, the more knives you have, the less knives you're actually going to be carrying. Like, I only carry one knife every day, and that's been really cool. Like, I love kind of picking out the ones that I have left and that I'll carry on a daily basis. But the other ones just weren't breaking in, and then I realized, again, as I've said in my past, making amends, etc., it was all diminishing returns. Like, if I carried a very high end Chris Reeve knife and put a little snail in it, whatever, it brushed up against my keys, like, I don't know. I didn't really like that aspect of it. So I definitely, well, all of my knives were in good shape, I certainly moved quite a few, and I kind of wanted to go over the knives that I've moved thus far. The first one's going to be the Bog Oak in Damascus. Again, I'm a huge fan of Chad Nichols' Damascus. Ended up giving my buddy Zach, who I've known for a while now, a good deal on it, and he loves that thing. I'm pumped that he loves it. That was an easy deal, whatever. The other ones that I've gotten rid of, so I realized that at the end of the day, like, my favorite Chris Reeve is going to be one with a full show side carbon fiber and then titanium clip side, and I had aspirations to turn the it was a 31 with the inlays. I had a regular 31, and then I also had an Nkosi. I thought, hey, I'll put those things to, I'll get a loaner, so to speak, and I'll switch out the blade for Damascus. I didn't end up doing that. I was like, you know what, I'm good with the ones that I have. Like, I loved the action of this one. Again, this was my knife of the year, kind of my main squeeze, and loved it. And then that coupled with, so that's a 31, this is going to be a 21 right there, you know that because there's a hole in it. I love the weight of these, and I really didn't feel like taking on another project, so I ended up selling that one. The other one that I ended up selling was my unique graphic, and the guy that I sold it to, it was cool. And then again, I sold it for what I bought it for. He sent me a really cool picture of it. He was really pumped about it. I don't know. I just think on a daily basis, I know what knives I like to carry, and that one was really easy to get rid of. The last one that I got rid of, and I was actually or I was planning to send it back to CRK to get a new birth certificate, but it was kind of the donor for the so it started its life as a PJ handled Damascus blade, but it was like the sacrificial lamb that I used to make this one right here. I was gonna send it back, but then I was like, I sent it to my buddy. The action with it, with the S45 VN from this handle, actually was phenomenal. Like, I mean, you get some knives that you put them together and you're like, ooh, this is tough. This is gonna take some time. That one was ridiculous. The lockup was great, right around like 75%. A little late, but not for Chris Reeve. He's stoked to have that thing, and I couldn't be happier. I got rid of all those knives. The one that I'm still trying to get rid of is going to be that Macassar ebony one, with the Damascus blade. That one's actually going to be polished, just because I really don't carry it anymore. Like, I have a rotation now that I carry of the knives that I've left, which another video I'll probably get into that. But I kind of wanted to go over like what Chris Reeves I kept. First and foremost, just because I own this thing. This thing is like my main squeeze. So again, that Chad Nichols Damascus carbon fiber. Did a little Damascus clip on the back. This one has been so much fun to break in. Like, I mean, I love it. It's great. It feels good. It doesn't feel like it's brand new. It's very like trustworthy to me. Love that. The other one's going to be this box Elder, which Devin ended up snagging for me. Have a different Damascus clip and a spider crawling on me. Look at that. That's crazy. Dude, I'm in the cabin right now. These things happen. Love this knife. Still working on breaking it in, but this thing's just so beautiful. Like I'm not trying, like I don't have rose colored glasses on that I'm like, oh, when I'm wearing a suit, I can throw this in my pocket, whatever. Like this is one that I definitely want to like beat on, and this is the inlay that I love from Chris Reeve because it's classy as hell. Like let's be honest. Like you really, unless you're running mammoth tusk, etc. Like, tell me how you beat this one. I don't know. The other one that I'm holding on to, I'll knock it right out. It's gonna be the Chris Reeve Zons. This one's an S45 VN, threw a Damascus clip on it. It's bead blasted. I carry this thing around the yard. I'm not afraid to use it. Like I got a great deal on this from someone that they were like, oh, it's too big for my hands. I was like, did you read the specs? They didn't. So, I mean, with that, like this knife to me is money in the bank. Like I think having a Zon that you don't really care about, you can put this thing through its paces and it will always reward you. The action's great. Whatever. I'm gonna hold on to that one. The last Chris Reeve that I have right now, and again, I'm going from probably like 9 down to like 4 that I'm keeping, with another one that I'm trying to sell. The last one is going to be this 21. So it's a large 21 in Damascus. This is how it came from the factory, minus the clip on it, and it's just so well broken in. I love, like, I don't know if this will pick it up. There's Snells on there. The guy I bought it from, awesome experience. He was even like, hey, I'll help you pay for, send it back to the spa. Like I love knives that have a story and are used, and this thing is so lightweight. Like I think, like, I don't know anything. I've literally just owned a couple knives in my life, but as far as Chris Reeves go and like large Sabenzas, if you're into that, go carbon fiber show side, titanium clip side. I don't think you can really beat that, and I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at, and I know that I alluded it to past videos that I've made, but I think with Chris Reeve knives or collecting knives writ large, like I'm somebody that, like, I will say, like, back in the day when I got my first like Strider SMF, I was shocked by the price tag. I was like, hey, I can get a Blue Label, Glock for the price of that Strider, whatever. Once you get over that hump kind of thing, like I like to have the ability to be able to move a knife if I'm not using it, carrying it, not in love with it, etc. The weight's weird to me. I don't know. Like you get these like intangible things that you're just like, could take it or leave it. I kind of got to the point where like the Chris Reeve knives, specifically the Damascus, unique graphic, etc. When you get to that price point, like the people that are interested in it want a museum piece. They want one that was handled with white gloves. Hey, I'm gonna pull this out, at dinner time once I had a couple bourbons. I'm gonna show it to, my house guests, whatever. I was never there with these knives, and so the ones that I've kept are the ones that I'm comfortable with having scratches, snells, etc. on. Like, just they were used. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, but I definitely see that more and more, and it was a really good lesson for me to learn. As you all know from following my page, I like to use a lot of like car analogies, and when it comes to Chris Reeve, specifically the 31, it's not like you're I like to compare it to like a Ford Mustang, right? Like it's not like we're talking like a GT versus like an EcoBoost, like, you know, Mustang, whatever, like V6 versus V8, whatever. Like the core of every single 31 you will buy will be the same. It's not like you got more under the hood, it's pushing whatever. So it's more of like a body kit. Like what do you want your body kit to look like? And as you get into that higher echelon of Chris Reeve knives, where we're talking Damascus, like more rare inlays, unique graphics, etc. It's like a body kit on a Mustang. You're not changing the internals. It is still the same knife, and there's so much value. Like if you want to get into Chris Reeve knives, like get a plain Jane 31 and break that thing in. Like have fun breaking it in, because it will be phenomenal. You will have a knife, a tool that is better than, you know, the $940 counterpart. So I really can't foot stomp that enough. Like if you want to get into Chris Reeve knives, you see all these options. Get a plain Jane, full titanium, at least S45 VN, even S35. Like I doubt you'll be able to tell the difference. Like dudes that maybe they're way smarter than me, but I don't think so, will probably tell you differently. But just go for it. Like get yourself into a PJ 31, 21 if you can find it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And this is coming from someone who has spent way too much time and money looking into knives. Like I really don't think you can go wrong. So that's kind of the status of my Chris Reeve collection right now. I know you all are probably sick of me making Chris Reeve videos. I'll be switching it up here pretty soon. I got a few other knives that some of my buddies are letting me borrow that I'll actually be able to review. But you know, this is more kind of down and dirty, like down on the home front. This is what I'm carrying on a daily basis. You know, this is where I was, this is where I'm going, kind of thing. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you have great holidays. Again, realizing my content has not been up. I've been too blocked between work and family stuff. So yeah, hopefully I'll try to put out a few more videos pretty soon. So we'll see you next time.